Yes, I wanted to speak to you about a number of high-profile players still available on a free. Now that the transfer window have closed, a number of free agents might be looking for a club, and the teams who missed out on their targets, if they would be looking at the following players. So let's start with goalkeepers. Available-wise, on a free, Navas. 37, without a club, departed PSG in May. His deal to Monza fell through, which was originally meant to happen. Could he go anywhere? Could he do a job anywhere closer to home?
Not for me.
You said 37.
37.
Yeah. Look how hard David De Gea found a new club.
Yeah.
Was that just pure age-wise with David De Gea, or was that a wage-wise thing?
Yeah, it'd be the same with Navas, though, wouldn't he? He's not on peanuts. I know we're going to go through some agents, but the problem is most of them are millionaires, so, you know.
Centre-back, Mats Hummels been linked to West Ham. 35 years old, 5-time Bundesliga winner. Do you think he could do a job with them?
He was linked to Brighton before as well, Coisty.
Yeah. Good, by the way, I like him.
He's a good player.
And he scored, was a header in the semi-final of the Champions League and played really well. I thought his partnership at the back with, was it Schlotterbeck? I thought the two of them were absolutely terrific. So in answer to your question, I would be taking a gamble on him far quicker than I would be on the goalkeeper.
What sort of contract are you going to give them, though? They're on big money. He's 35.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't get what sort of contract you would offer someone like
that.
There's
got to be a realisation, Jeff Shebahn. There has to be a realisation and an acceptance from the player that they're not going to command the wage that they once did. Because it makes sense, because they're not at the peak of their powers. You know, you would think you get the biggest wage when you're at the peak of your powers and you're fulfilling your potential. These guys have already done that, so it would be natural to assume that they will not get the wage that they once got.
Yeah, absolutely. And then if they wanted those wages, you would think that the move to Saudi might have come calling for them too.
Yeah.
Couple of forwards still available too. Anthony Martial scored 90 goals in 317 appearances for Manchester United, which I think a lot of us seem to forget about. Do you think anybody would be interested in him?
Wages. Just wages.
28.
Wages. He's been on huge money at Manchester United. Not gone away with United fans at least viewing him as a great success. So I don't see anybody. Well, somebody will take a sniff at Martial eventually, but it probably will be Saudi, Ali.
Yeah, I would think so. Never really did it for me. Never mean Manchester United fans, Jeff Shebahn. I was never a massive fan. Maybe a little bit harsh on me, but I was never a fan of the way he kind of went about his business. I always felt he had more in him than we saw. And that would come into my reckoning if I'm a manager. I'm clearly a manager, coach. I'm not all of the same opinion as I would. So somebody will take a chance on him. But if you're asking me, not really for me at the top level.
Injury's a nightmare for him. Also, and just finally, Memphis Depay, 30 years old now. Again, is that a wages thing, Jeff, or would anybody maybe closer to home take a punt on him?
I don't. Certainly not in England. I certainly couldn't see in the Premier League. Could you, Ali?
Well, TNS are looking for a striker now at the moment.
I'll tell you one who I would take a punt on, though. You mentioned Mats Hummels, but West Ham are also being linked with Joel Matip.
Yes,
at the
he's
moment.
available.
Now, Joel Matip, recent Premier League experience, been great for Liverpool over the years. I think he's 33.
33.
Yeah.
So, and I know West Ham are interested, so I would certainly be taking a look at Joel Matip.
I think they made a great sign in Kilman as well, Jeff.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, I really do.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
So we're not doing much shopping amongst the free
I know.
agents. Really,
our money is staying firmly in our pockets, Shebahn, in case you didn't notice there.
That's not like you at all, Coisty, is it?
Nailed me.
Shebahn, thanks very much indeed. It is 7:29. Crystal Palace chairman Steve Parish has admitted he was surprised he kept Eberechi Eze. We'll discuss that next.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.